So in this question, we're trying to figure out the future value. Right, so the question is, you inherited $10,000 at age 20 and invested this for 50 years until age 70, earning 10% per year. So to calculate that using your spreadsheet, let's make the figures clear first. So your principal amount, or let's call that your lump sum, is $10,000. And your period is 50 years. Right. And what else? Your interest rate is 10%. In this example, are we contributing money every year? No. Right. So there's the payment, annual payments is nothing, zero. You're not adding anything. Right. So to calculate the future value, or in this case, let's shorten that to FV equals 2. So using the spreadsheet, we use the FV function. The FV function is a function that allows us to return the future value of an investment based on the periodic or constant payments and a constant interest rate. So let's use that. So for the important fields, we select rate. Rate is again, the definition will be down here. Right? Rate is the interest rate period. For example, use 6% over 4 for quarterly payments at 6% APR. And so in this case here, we know the rate. So we are selecting the field for the rate, which is the item to your left. Right, so all we need to do is select that field then. So rate is this cell here. And selecting that. The next important field is your NPER, NPER. And again, it is the total number of payment periods in the investment. So that corresponds to this one. Okay. So the NPER is 50. Although I made a mistake. Just remove the text there so that the spreadsheet can calculate the value. So do not make the same mistake as I did, which you included the years. Make it clearer. This is your NPER. Okay, let's do that again. B, and we have done this already. The interest rate. Your NPER is 50. And your PMT, payment, is the payment made each period. It cannot change over the life of the investment. So in this case here, we're not doing any annual payments or monthly payments. We're not doing anything. We just have a lump sum. So let's leave that blank. The next important field is your PV, which is your PV, right? Is the present value of the lump sum amount that a series of future payments is worth now. If omitted, PV is equal to 0. But we know our lump sum is this one, $10,000. So on this field here, we just select the PV again. Select that. The type, we can ignore that because we don't know we're using the default default selection here. So I'll just leave that blank. Okay, so this gives you correct answer, 1,173,908.53 cents. Why is it negative? I forgot to explain this. It just represents a future output, in the sense that it's money that will be taken out in the future, so it's negative. Right. Another example to compare what we did here is this scenario here. Second scenario. So in this scenario, we're asking what is the future value of a 5-year ordinary annuity with annual payments of $400 at 15% interest rate. And so we're doing the exact same thing. So I'm just going to copy that. Don't have to repeat that. What's the principal lump sum? Did we start with anything here? No, we did not. Right, so we set this as 0. Period is a period of 5 years. So we set that for 5 years. What's the interest rate? 15%. Your payments here is annually $400. Right? So we're looking for the future value. We don't know. So now you can see the difference between the first example, where the first example, we did not have any annual payments, but we started with a lump sum. The second example is we did not have a starting money, no lump sum, no principal amount, but we are paying $400 per month. We are, the same formula applies. So for that, again, we know the rate. The rate is 15%. Select that. The period is for 5 years. Select that again. The payment, now we know that there's a payment of $400. We select this amount. The principal, the PV, present value is 0. So we select this amount. And again, let's leave the type out. We don't, we'll use the default selections there. So this gives us a future value of 2,696.95 cents. So again, the main difference between the two examples is the first example would be us looking at having a starting amount of money here, the principal or lump sum, without any payments. Here in the second example, you would have a principal lump sum, which is 0, but you have annual payments. And you can have a combination of both, where you have both a principal lump sum that you started with, and you also have a payment schedule, annual or quarterly or whatever that looks like.